Imagine spending months studying charts, watching YouTube videos, buying courses, failing challenges, losing money, questioning yourself, only for one email to finally arrive. Congratulations, you have passed. Most traders dream about that moment. Very few actually reach it, because becoming a funded trader isn't a challenge of skill, it's a challenge of character. Today, we're going through every level of a funded trader, from the dreamers to the professionals who get paid by the markets every month. And somewhere in this story, you'll probably find yourself. Because every funded trader starts in exactly the same place, at the bottom. Level 1, the dreamer. Balance. $0. No funded account, no profits, no consistency, only dreams. You discover trading through social media. A trader posts a payout, another posts a Lamborghini. Someone claims they turned a small account into 6 figures, and suddenly, your entire future changes. For the first time, you see a path out. A path where your income isn't controlled by a boss. A path where your effort directly impacts your results. And that idea becomes addictive. Every night, you watch trading videos. Every morning, you imagine your future life. The freedom, the money, the success. But there's one problem. You're in love with the destination without understanding the journey. And that's where every trader begins. Level 2. The challenge buyer. Balance. $10,000. Challenge account. This is it. The moment feels real now. You buy your first challenge. The account arrives in your email. You open MT5. You stare at the balance. And suddenly, everything feels possible. You calculate future payouts, future profits, future freedom. You imagine telling your friends, your family, maybe even quitting your job. The challenge hasn't even started yet, and you've already spent the money in your mind. Then Monday arrives. Your first trade. Your hands shake slightly. The trade goes into profit. Confidence explodes. You feel unstoppable. Then comes trade number 2. Then trade number 3. Then revenge, trade number 4. And before you know it, the account starts bleeding. Because the market doesn't care about your dreams. It only rewards discipline. And discipline is something you haven't learned yet. Level 3. The first failure. Balance. $0. Challenge failed. The email arrives. But this time, it's different. No congratulations. No celebration. Just disappointment. For a few minutes, you stare at the screen, silently, wondering what happened. You followed the strategy. You watched the videos. You believed you were ready. So why did you fail? At first, you blame the market, the spread, the broker, the news, the volatility, anything, everything. But eventually, a painful truth appears. The market didn't fail you. You failed yourself. You broke your rules. You moved your stop loss. You chased trades. You over-leveraged. You traded emotionally. And that's when something important happens. For the first time, you stop looking at the charts and start looking at yourself. Because the biggest enemy in trading was never the market. It was the person sitting in front of it. And for most traders, this realization changes everything. Level 4. The strategy addict. Balance. Another challenge. Account you tell yourself, this time will be different. So you buy another challenge. But secretly, you still believe the problem was the strategy, not you. And that's where the cycle begins. One week you're learning ICT. The next week it's smart money concepts. Then order blocks. Then liquidity. Then market structure. Then some trader on YouTube promises a 90% win rate. And suddenly, you're starting over again. Every new strategy gives you hope for a few days. Then reality returns. The losses come back. The frustration comes back. The doubt comes back. And eventually, you realize something most traders never understand. The strategy was never the problem, because even the best strategy becomes useless in the hands of an undisciplined trader. And that's when your focus finally changes, from finding a better system to becoming a better trader. Level 5. The disciplined trader. Balance. Small growth. Something is different now. The excitement is gone. The obsession is gone. The need to trade every day is gone. You start keeping a journal, not a journal of charts, a journal of decisions. You write down why you entered, why you exited, what you felt, what mistakes you made. For the first time, you begin studying yourself, and what you find is shocking. Most of your losses weren't caused by bad setups. They were caused by bad behavior, fear, greed, impatience, ego, the same enemies, over and over again. So you start fixing them. One by one, you stop revenge trading, you stop forcing entries, you stop chasing candles, and slowly, your account starts changing. Not because you became smarter, because you became calmer. Level 6. The challenge. Passer. Balance. Funded months pass, maybe years. Then one day, it happens. You open your email, and there it is. Congratulations, you passed. For a moment, everything stops. You write it twice, then 3 times. Just to make sure it's real. All the failures, all the blown accounts, all the sleepless nights, all the self-doubt, suddenly they feel worth it. You smile, maybe you call someone, Maybe you don't, because nobody really understands what this moment means, except another trader. Because this wasn't just about passing a challenge, it was proof. Proof that you changed. Proof that you became someone different. Someone capable of following rules, managing risk, controlling emotions, and for the first time, you start believing in yourself. Level 7. The first payout. Balance. Real money. The first payout feels different, very different, because challenge profits are numbers. But payouts are reality. You request the withdrawal, and then you wait, checking your email every few hours, checking your dashboard, checking again, and then the money arrives. It's not millions, maybe not even thousands, but that's not the point. The point is this: for the first time in your life, the market paid you. Not luck, not gambling, not guessing. Skill, discipline, patience. You earned it. And when you see that payout, something changes forever, because now you know it's possible. Now you have proof, and proof destroys doubt. Level 8. The professional balance doesn't matter. This is where most people expect excitement. But the truth is, professional trading is boring. Very boring. No adrenaline, no gambling, no emotional highs, no emotional lows, just execution. The professional trader doesn't wake up hoping for profits. He wakes up prepared for probabilities. He doesn't need to trade every day. He doesn't need action. He doesn't need excitement, because he understands something most traders never learn. The goal was never money. The goal was freedom, and freedom comes from consistency. Not jackpots, not lucky trades, not viral strategies. Consistency. The professional trader knows some weeks will lose, some months will be slow, some trades will fail, and that's okay, because he's no longer focused on individual outcomes. He's focused on the next 100 trades, the next 1,000 trades, the next decade, and that's why he survives. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. The traders who make it aren't always the smartest, they aren't always the most talented, and they definitely aren't the luckiest. They're simply the ones who stayed, the ones who kept showing up, after the failures, after the blown accounts, after the doubt, after everyone else quit. Because becoming a funded trader isn't about finding a secret, it's about becoming the kind of person who can handle success when it arrives. And that's why only 5% make it. Not because trading is impossible, but because most people leave before the probabilities finally start working in their favor. So let me ask you, what level are you currently on? The dreamer? The challenge buyer? The first failure? The first payout? Comment below. And remember, the market rewards patience far more than talent. Stay in the game long enough, and the math eventually catches up. Subscribe for more trading psychology and trader mindset videos.